Jacob. Hey, good to see you, man. Welcome. Good to see you back for something different this time. Yeah, you can have
Said not to come back, but
well, hey, you're allowed to have
something else.
You're allowed to have new things happen. I don't want it, but at least it's not the same stuff happening over and over.
I feel a lot stronger for sure.
Okay.
Keeping up on everything.
So, just as a refresher, we saw each other last about 9 months ago for upper back, shoulder, kind of lat area, shoulder blade. Yeah. How's that been doing since then?
Really good.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it feels better, and I definitely feel like I've gotten a lot stronger, which is
good.
I want to get better at golf too. So,
hey,
I feel a lot stronger. I feel like I can play more and practice more, and definitely,
stronger. Okay, hey, that's what we want, right?
Yeah.
I mean, really, Tiger was the first one to take fitness into golf that I remember.
Everyone's super fit.
He was like jacked, and then since then, well, John Daly is the exception.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
I mean, it's kind of. I think he holds the record for like longest hitter on tour for.
And that was what he was way back when I started watching him when he first started. He was a long drive champ, and then he went into the tour.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Stronger. Okay, hitting ball better. Okay, and can play longer. You said fantastic.
Yeah, especially when it gets hotter out, start getting fatigued. I feel a lot better. So that's good.
Lasting longer. Okay, good. So we'll check that off our list. And this is knee pain, and it's on your left leg, which is your leading leg.
Yep.
So you told, and he says it's been going on 2-3 weeks, and I think your suspicions are right on, because you said new cleats, which are going to keep your foot from turning, so maybe get some twist around the knee.
Exactly. So I almost immediately, it was like maybe 3 holes in, I could feel, I wasn't sure if it was because the cleats kind of add like a cushiony effect too, because and there's some give in there.
Yeah.
But the day that I wore them, it was just a super hot day, so the ground's really tough. I didn't really, I guess, need to wear them. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
And I could feel almost right away a lot of pressure on that.
Where do you have the pain when you have it?
It kind of feels like here on this inside.
Where your fingertips are there?
Yeah.
So just maybe below the kneecap and a little onto the inside?
I've had patella pain before. It's not.
So it doesn't feel like that?
No.
Okay.
But now it kind of, I think maybe my quad's trying to protect it, so that started getting pretty sore, and then
like the whole quad or down toward the inner quad,
and then I could feel my hamstrings and kind of IT band areas really upset now.
Have we looked at your lower body at all before?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you've gotten the upper half treatment. Now we're going to check out lower half.
That was my main motivation. I looked at some of the recent videos that you've put out, and I saw the
quad set.
Yeah, quad set. So I started doing some of that, and I just got one of the heel slider things online, trying to get ahead of it. But I was excited to kind of start working on this half because I kind of ignored it. I'd like to get my quad stronger.
Okay, so
now it's apparent that I need to.
Remind me, outside of golf, what kind of regular exercise are you doing?
I'll do like some light, like body weight stuff and the stuff that you give me.
Okay.
But outside of that, it's no more than maybe 50 squats or 50 push-ups a day.
Okay.
We have like a little small gym like right next to my desk, so I'll do some stuff in there and some stretches. And we've got like TRX bands and a pull-up bar. So I'll kind of just do whatever I feel like makes sense. But usually it's like foam rolling and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'll do.
What parts of you do you foam roll?
You
just kind of do full body thing?
Mainly calves.
Okay.
It's kind of.
Is that because they feel tight?
Yeah.
And then you do the foam rolling and it feels better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can feel it in my feet, especially standing for so long.
Okay. So we're going to check that out too.
Yeah.
My feet, especially standing for prolonged periods.
Yeah.
which you're doing in golf, standing, walking.
We had a big tournament 2 weeks ago, and they had some of the PTs from the club out there. So everyone's getting stretched out and stuff before, and then I got up there and I didn't realize how tight my hamstrings were until, it was tough. So as soon as I recognized that, I started trying to work on it, but maybe why.
All right, this is already great news because I consider lack of flexibility or range of motion deficits, meaning I should be able to bend this far, but I can only bend this far, to be the number one cause for all moving parts problems. Main contributor. There are always others, but typically or routinely, I think that's one of the bigger ones. Which is great because that's super easy to fix, as you have found with single approach up top. Tight my hammies are. Okay, good.
It was kind of a shocker to me because that's always been, I can always touch my toes super easily, and then whenever I got up there and stretched,
it sneaks up on you. So, here's my theory. I see that muscles first of all, they can only shorten. They can't push themselves longer. And the less active we are, the way they stay elastic is by being taken through their full length. And if for some reason they're not getting that much, they just kind of resize themselves to a shorter length. And of course, the reason we care about that is because it's going to limit, if your range of motion is limited, it's going to throw off your swing mechanics, or it's going to throw off squats. Whatever it is you're doing is going to be a little limited. Have always been able to touch your toes, right? And muscles don't announce themselves as they're getting stiffer. So very often your first indication something's wrong is, oh, my knee hurts, or some pain of some kind. It feels like it's out of the blue. Okay, so 2.5 weeks ago, new golf shoes with spikes, and noticed it after 9 holes. Looked online. It doesn't let you. I think you're all over it. Getting worse, but haven't rested it. Any visible swelling around your knee?
I don't think so.
Good. If there was, you'd be like, oh, yes. It swells up after I play. So,
I think the only thing I notice is my knee pain hasn't been getting worse, but just surrounding stuff like my quad or IT band or hamstring starts to get more sore.
Hasn't been worsening, but surrounding muscles have been getting tighter. In your hamstring, where do you feel it? Is it the whole hamstring, or is it right behind the knee?
It's kind of more like my quad pain started here, and then it's kind of worked itself this way and more
a little bit back there.
Side,
Okay. Surrounding muscle.
Not right behind it.
Not right behind it?
No.
So mostly worsening. Okay. So lateral knee, kind of IT band area. Still quad, and then kind of on the inside, down there toward the knee as well.
In terms of how it impacts me now, I could hardly say it does much other than it's kind of painful. And I know if I kept doing the same thing I'm doing it.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that, if it starts hurting in, hole number 9 or something, and you continue to play 18, does it hurt worse and worse and worse? Or does it get to a certain level and kind of stay there?
It just kind of stays there.
Okay.
I feel like more mentally it's annoying than actual pain.
And this bit can throw off your swing too. Because if you're like, okay, I've got to hit one out of the tee box, and I'm worried about my knee, it's going to make you kind of work around it.
It's
hard to turn that off. But just hurts when I do them, okay? Pain doesn't continually increase the longer you use it. It usually reaches some plateau. Does that sound accurate? Okay. Increase more I play, reaches a plateau. Okay. All of these I feel like are fantastic signs. Okay. So let's see. Have you tried going without the shoes or playing?
I immediately switched back to my old ones.
Can you tell the difference during play of how much it bothers you? Or hard to say.
Not really. Well, I only wore those once.
Okay.
So I think all once this resolves and I feel like I get stronger, I'll probably only wear the ones with spikes if I'm going out like really early and it's muddy or something like that, rain the night before. I definitely don't need them if it's dry and it's out.
Okay. So let's see what else we got here. Can hurt when walking. Sitting if your chair isn't the most comfortable. Can bother the hamstring. Do you feel like it's the chair, the pressure of the chair, kind of cutting in?
Yeah, just when it's sore.
Okay.
It almost like I was laying on the couch last night and I felt like I couldn't get in a comfortable position either. So
Okay.
not where it's like painful, but
Yeah.
just noticeable.
It feels different there than it does over there.
Yeah, it does.
Ball position when sitting. Okay. Stretching and ice gives some relief. Haven't had issues with knees before. Is that accurate?
Yep.
All right, 150 ounces of water. Fantastic.
Yeah,
And as long as you're not vegan or vegetarian and you're
Yeah.
eating, I mean, if you're eating well, your protein's probably good. And again, the reason I asked these two questions about water and protein is because if you're low on either of those things, it could conceivably slow healing because your body doesn't have the nutrients it needs to repair stuff or at least function well or last or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You're all over that, so great job. Okay.
Yeah, heat index 117. Probably still not enough water. Yeah, I played yesterday, so
It's been
was hot.
crazy. Yeah, well, yesterday was 103 plus the 117 heat index.
It didn't feel like that.
It didn't feel that bad to me either.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've answered all my questions. I'm going to do an exam. It'll go fast. When I'm done, I'll have a diagnosis for you, which is why I think your knee hurts. Based on that diagnosis, it'll tell us which therapies to plug in to fix the things we found. So we have a plan. And I saw you walking. You're not limping as you walk. Is that true?
I'm not.
All right.
It definitely feels different, but
Yeah. Does it make you want to limp sometimes?
not quite.
Okay.
Not there
Let's,
yet.
Not there yet. So let's start you on your back here first, and you can let your head rest here. And know this is your good side. Let this leg relax. I'm going to raise it slowly. Oh, let me get about our little project here. Let me know. Relax if you can. Tell me when you can't go higher for whatever reason. I feel a little hammy right there.
Yeah, it's tight.
Ooh.
We're probably getting close.
So left knee starts coming up right about here.
Yeah.
This is about 85. This is not bad.
Okay. Yeah.
So I consider normal range of motion to be 90 degrees feels easy to you.
Yeah.
Meaning you still feel some stretch, but you could just hang out there all day.
Yeah.
So we'll say left hand
I'm not hanging out there very long.
Right. Relax here again if you can. Tell me when you're maxed out here.
It's definitely starting to hurt.
Yeah, this one's
Down
sooner.
my left side and kind of into my ankle. Yeah.
About there. So I would call this maybe 80.
Yeah.
So a little tighter on the left. 80, 85. So hammies, a little tight. I've seen worse. Is it sore to touch when I press here? Okay. Have you tried foam rolling this area before?
Yeah. I'm pretty reluctant to.
Is it because it hurts?
That's the worst place to foam roll.
Okay. So that actually that's great news. Sore here too?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, with massage, my rules are where it hurts to do the massage is where you need it.
Yeah.
The more it hurts to do, the more it's a likely big reason for why you hurt.
Yeah.
And you cannot harm yourself with it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about ways to be able to do it where you don't die.
Yeah. I went pretty hard on the foam roller and kind of my quads, and I was pretty sore for sure.
You were sore during or after?
Yeah, the next.
How long do you spend on an area?
That time, I mean,
roughly.
Yeah, just kind of all around, maybe like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I wasn't working on just one area for that long, but
yeah.
I was kind of just rolling around on it.
So we'll talk about dosing for that stuff, and we'll do it here together.
Okay.
I'm going to cross your leg here. Let this knee fall. Okay, this is very good. So I consider normal range of motion here to be, you could lay your shin flat.
Okay.
When your hips are level, you're very close to that.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little tight in this left hip.
Yeah. I've always felt good this way.
This one is perfect. So I'm going to poke around and press around a little bit around your knee. We're going to just kind of challenge some of the ligaments. Everything I'm going to do is going to feel wrong,
Okay.
but it's not bad for you. So we're going to straighten you a little bit. No severe pain there.
Nope.
Check
Nope.
MCL, and I'm checking mostly for how much wiggle we have,
Yeah.
and you don't have any, so that is good. And relax if you can. We're going to straighten you. Do you get any painful clunking or locking in your knee?
No.
Good. And we'll get a little click there. Let's see if it happens over and over. Does not. Good. I'm going to give you a stretch and a tug here. Good. So we're just checking all the ligaments we can get our hands on here. So structurally, I think your knee is fine,
Yeah.
which is great. I'm going to poke around a little bit in here. This may be a little ticklish. Sorry about that. So is this kind of where it hurts when it does? One of the spots?
On your thumb.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Oh, but over here, not so bad?
It's definitely tender, but
Oh, I feel as we get a little higher. I
Yeah.
feel that.
yeah, that makes sense.
Now, as we get up here, this may be a little ticklish or jumpy. I apologize. Yeah, it's a little tight.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's almost good.
Now, ticklish or sore? Or both?
It hurts, yeah.
Okay, good.
It gets worse as you're going on the outside.
Okay. Yeah, I feel all that. It feels kind of ropey. All right, good. Let me get you face down, excuse me, face down next. And you got armrests below you there if you want them. You okay laying here for a sec?
Yep.
Okay. Now, when you mentioned, oh yeah, this gets a little tight down here. You mentioned calf and foot issues?
Yeah,
Standing?
it's kind of always been a thing.
Is it both sides?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull heel to butt. You tell me if you can't go any further. Oh, this feels super easy. Good. So that's what I consider normal. So being able to sink heel into buttock easily suggests that quad is nice and elastic, so good job.
It's almost discouraging whenever like I'm on the course and it starts getting tight and I would stretch my quad
And doesn't do anything.
yeah, I'm like, well, this feels fine. I could go.
It feels like it needs to be stretched, but stretching doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yes. So in a case like that, massage is usually going to be the answer.
Okay.
So remember, massage and stretching, think of them as they're both tools that improve flexibility, or they're mobility tools, but they do it in a different way. So stretching improves range of motion, which yours is great.
Yeah.
So it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But massage cleans up any little knots or whatever that may be kind of untargeted by the stretch. So I'm going to lean here and turn you. And your range of motion is great. I consider 25, 30 degrees to be normal here. You got even more than that. But it's a little sore there probably. So again, range of motion great, but some little focal tight spots there. Ooh. Sorry. I think we know why you hurt, my friend. How's your low back, by the way?
It's fine.
Good. And a little tight there. But not bad.
No.
And we'll check this side too. Yeah, and you'll notice I'm checking both sides, because even though you only have, ooh, this one's tighter. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Can't turn you quite as far, hurts more. So that's why we check both sides.
Yeah.
This was one that hurts, but often you have similar stuff going on the good side. That could be influencing how you use this side.
Yeah.
So why not check them all out? Yeah, I feel all this. Ooh. And it's all tender through here, I bet you. All right, my friend, you get to get up. And I like everything I'm seeing. I don't see anything scary. I think you may be super easy to fix.
Yeah.
You can have a seat over there. And I'm going to record results real quick here before I forget them all, and then we will talk about them. I bet you today's the only visit we'll need, by the way.
One more time.
I bet you today's the only visit we'll need.
Awesome.
So no visible edema. See, full flexion and extension. Lateral ligaments look good. Mine normal. Patellar tendon normal. Straight leg raise. We got 85 right and 80 left, I think. Almost right more than left. T-bands bilaterally. Eli's is great, heel to butt. How many days a week you play, typically?
Probably 3 to 4.
Nice.
Probably closer to 3.
Okay. So basically we see the same two kinds of things. Tight things and weak things.
Yeah.
But it's almost all the tight thing side.
Okay.
The fault, we'll say.
Gotcha.
So I would say it's probably about 90% limited flexibility or just little spots that are kind of glued together.
Okay.
Some strengthening stuff can definitely help. I like to say the stronger you are, the harder you are to hurt.
Yeah.
And the more power you can generate with the club.
Yeah.
And the more flexible you are, the more power you can generate as well. Because all a golf swing or, I'm a volleyball player, so this is my club head,
Yeah.
that I smack with. And so the more optimal your movement is, the better a whip you can create.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's what I'll recommend.
It's definitely a strength with my game is flexibility.
Flexibility.
Yeah.
And it's not just you. I think it's everyone's biggest issue.
Yeah.
Is limited. Of course, you can have too much flexibility. A torn ACL would be too much flexibility, right? But most people's issues, in my opinion, are the lack of flexibility side, 80% or more.
Gotcha.
And, of course, to fix tight things, and again, tight things matter because they limit mobility. They force you to swing in a weird way, force you to squat, alter movements, or they can, which can cause pain if you're doing it too long in a weird way. And then weak things, if the muscles whose job it is to protect knee can't last all day or can't last 18 holes, maybe they don't protect you, and that could allow some pain too.
Yeah.
So I'll be giving you mostly flexibility stuff and some strengthening stuff.
Okay.
You like body weight stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got some great ones for you.
We have like kettlebells and can make that into kind of like a
Nice.
goblet squat.
Yeah, goblet squats, lunges, swings. I mean, you can do a ton of stuff there. And by the way, I bet you today's the only visit we'll need.
Okay.
The most important thing I care about is if you're not getting better quickly.
Okay.
So what I'll ask you to do, if you're okay with it, is shoot me an email about a week or 10 days that says you're better, you're worse, or you're the same.
Okay.
And if you tell me better, I'll say, great, just keep doing what you're doing. If it's like, it's about the same, either I can recommend some stuff to you by email, maybe we need another visit. There's always imaging and other stuff on the back burner. I don't think we're going to need that stuff.
Yeah.
But just letting you know what our plan B is. And your water is great. Your diet is great. So I am going to give you a doorway hamstring stretch, which you're going to outgrow quickly.
Okay.
Have you tried pigeon pose in yoga? Do you know what that is?
I heard of it. Probably. Is that?
It's one leg folded in front, one leg behind, and you bend forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mostly hip stretch, but you can get some hammy and stuff too.
Okay.
We're going to try one of my versions of it and see if you need it.
Gotcha.
You may not. See, quads are great. Calves, I'm going to give you a calf stretch as well that I think will help you with both your calf issues and your foot issues as well. And we'll go over foam rolling, or think of it as self-massage guidelines. Oh, exercises. So, have you tried a single leg squat in a while?
Yeah. I think I'd feel pretty comfortable.
Okay. So I'm going to give you one I call a single squat saber, which I bet you'll like. And it's a beast.
Okay.
I was surprised when we were locked down for pandemic.
Yeah.
Closed for 3 months, everything was shut down. all I did was body weight stuff, and I thought, and as opposed to my gym squats and all that, deadlifts. When I came back after 3 months, I didn't lose any strength, and I was just doing body weight stuff.
I used to, well, I think I can still do it, but pride myself on my ankle mobility so good that I can pretty much squat.
Like ass to grass or something? Okay, good. Now, I'm also going to give you an upgrade for that.
Okay.
I would say, so I call this a pogo butt kicker. So it's not just the strength, it's basically, you know what a butt kicker is, right? You can kind of jog in place and kick your butt. It's doing it over and over on one side.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I would consider it to be a more advanced drill.
Okay.
So I would say only try that once we've established your knee is clearly trending better. Oh, it's hurting less, moving better, I'm forgetting about it. And the single leg squats, you feel like, oh, I'm solid on these. Then introduce the butt kicker.
Gotcha.
And it is a work. So, I'll make sure. Good. So the 2 areas I think you'll benefit from rolling most, IT band, follows the seam of your pants, runs from waistband to knee, and maybe an inch or so wide. It's a tendon. And quads.
Okay.
To roll IT bands, it looks like this. Start with your down leg straight.
Okay.
Start at waistband.
Okay.
Walk your way all the way to the knee like this.
Okay.
And back. And you can use this foot to balance as you roll.
Okay.
You want to give that a try? I'll grab us a timer here. Okay. Now I'm starting you a 2-minute clock. Okay. So start a little further south. So your body further down. So where's you that way, or think the roller up higher on you. Yes. So that bone right there is where you start.
Yeah.
So I'm starting you a 2-minute clock. Walk your way along.
You preferred speed or?
You can go a little faster as long as you're not zooming up and down.
Yeah.
Good. And you can use that right foot for balance. Yep. All the way to the knee right there. And then all the way back to waistband. You're doing perfect. Keep on going. A little further to there. And then 2 more passes just like that. So when you do this on your own, you always start with 3 up and down passes first. Ooh, your face says you need it. So the first 3 passes are the test to see if you need this or not. All you're looking for is, does it hurt to roll any of that area? And your face says yes. Is it the whole way or certain spots?
Definitely.
Kind of mid-thigh?
Yeah, whole way.
Whole way. So that means you need it the whole way. So once you know, oh, here's where the painful spots are, that means spend the rest of that clock rolling up and down over the painful spots you found. Now, at some point, this can be excruciating, by the way.
Yeah, I remember doing this back when I was running. I just didn't think I needed to do it.
And it's painful as it can be excruciating. It can be shockingly painful. Well, first of all, because no one really has pain here very often. Or sometimes, but very often, you have no idea how painful this is until you roll over it. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? So basically, the roller's telling you if you have a problem, and it's fixing it for you. And
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably been years since I've done
then that can explain why things get stiff. Because I consider soft tissues just kind of stiffen over time if they're not used or challenged, we'll say.
Ooh.
All right, that'll wake you up, right? Let's try the same thing other side, if you've got it in you. And I would suggest starting at waistband just so you don't run out of road there. But all the way at waistband of your shorts. So keep coming south.
Even over my
right there.
Okay.
That's
so
where-
I'm even over the hip bone.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's when I start your
Yeah,
clock.
that's kind of one of the areas that sometimes I'll do it. It feels like it takes the air out of you.
Yes.
It's not going to hurt.
So, and that's the reason you check the whole muscle you're working on first. You check it with massage first, because if you didn't start there, you may have no idea how much it hurts, and therefore you wouldn't fix that thing. And
way more bearable.
okay, good. And then all the way back to waistband.
Still sore, but nothing like the other side.
Okay. Yeah, and that's common. Now, each pass gets a little deeper, so each pass may hurt a little more. But make sure you go all the way up there, too. It is common to have one leg that hurts more than the other, or maybe they hurt different places. None of that means anything special. It just means, oh, one leg needs it more than the other. The other cool thing is you don't have to connect all the dots. Like, well, let's see, my right hip is tight, my left knee is sore. What's the relationship? You don't have to. You just look at everything, find deficits, fix them. Then you know everything can work better. And if your pain goes away at the same time, it suggests that may have been it. You changing your mind about which one hurts more?
Yeah, the other one definitely hurts more, but this has some
Gnarly spots.
right.
So every 3 days. Today is Thursday. That means Friday, Saturday, Sunday
Okay.
would be your next day.
Cool. What if I'm still sore on Sunday?
From this,
Yeah.
it-
Unlikely.
I doubt you will be. But if you are, the reason for the so awful.
I can feel it in my whole knee. Almost.
Yes, and remember, because you're pressing on that tendon that runs to the knee,
Yeah.
you may feel it at the other end. So the 3 day wait between rounds, good, is intended to let the soreness come down.
Yeah.
Meaning like the walking around, oh, I can feel it till I did massage because it feels beat up.
Yeah.
So 3 days, you're going to be fine. But if you were still a little sore,
Yeah.
try it and just see. The main thing we don't want is that sessions over session it hurts more and more.
Gotcha.
So as long as by session 3 or 4, oh, it doesn't hurt as bad, or it used to hurt on this big an area, now it's getting smaller.
Yeah.
As long as that trend is happening, your frequency is good. All right, you get to get up, my friend. And the only other thing I want to go over with you is a calf stretch.
Okay.
So I'll aim it over here as well. So to do this stretch, all you need is something about this tall that you can prop your foot on. Straight leg.
Okay.
I like to hold on to something here just for balance. You're going to send your hips forward to apply the stretch.
Okay.
And we'll see if you need it. And by the way, when you do this on your own, if you do it out of your hokas, it's going to be a bigger stretch.
Okay.
Do you feel any stretch happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
So that suggests you can use it. You can benefit. Starting you a 1 minute clock.
For a minute or
1 minute.
rock.
As aggressive, no rocking, just a steady.
I almost felt
Yeah.
a cramp coming up.
Yeah, it may feel like it wants to cramp. You can always back off if it's unbearable. But my rule for all stretches is misery for a minute.
Okay.
So as much as you can handle for a minute. And the way to make the stretch smaller, if it did hurt too much, would be hips back. So that's
Okay.
less stretch, more stretch. So you have, that's where the gas and the brake are. And as with all stretches, 2 or 3 times a day gets your results the fastest.
Okay.
But if you did it once a day, you're still going to get there.
Okay.
The target you're working toward with this stretch, because remember, each stretch has a purpose. The target you're working toward is getting to the point where you can't feel a stretch when you do it. In fact, patients will tell me, I think I'm doing this wrong. I'll say, why? They say, well, I don't feel a stretch anymore. I said, that means your calves are normal. You get to stop. So once it doesn't really hurt, you're done. Then you just switch into touch-up mode, where maybe Sunday is mobility day.
Yeah.
Check.
This. My left one was a lot more tight.
A lot tighter. Okay. So I got your clock running. So with flexibility issues, all the work is done in the beginning. So maybe 2 weeks, you're going to get most of this stuff cleaned up.
Okay.
Then you can just switch into, I end up checking everything once a week, but I end up spending a total maybe 10 minutes a week
Okay.
maintaining. Same with massage.
Okay. Sounds good.
And after this, you're done for the day.
Cool.
Any questions about this stuff so far?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
That was helpful.
Good. And I consider tight calves to be one of the big or commonly big contributors to foot pain, heel pain.
Yeah.
And your instincts were good, foam rolling your calves. I think adding in a good calf stretch may even speed up your progress there.
I've been stretching them, but definitely not that intense.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll have like a weight on the ground and I'll like kind of stand by it when I'm on call or something.
Yeah, yeah. So, and to your point, there are a million different versions of each stretch you could do, right? You know, you can drop your heel off a step. You can do that, press, lean against a wall, 1 foot behind you. In the end, the stretch that feels like, whoa, this I can really apply, that's usually the best stretch for you. You may find some that just feel pretty easy, but if you know it's tight, then do the version that feels the most difficult. Okay, so you're done for the day.
Cool.
Or in summary, shoot me an email, a week, 10 days, something like that. Better, worse, or same. And if you have questions about anything along the way, just shoot me an email for that. Like, hey, is it normal for my foot to tingle when I do this calf stretch? And I'll say, yes, it is.
Sounds good.
But I bet you're going to do great. Okay, so let's see. Schedule. And it looks like we have a card on file for you. Is that, you want to check it? The one we have ends in 3586.
That's it.
That's it? So work for you? Any last questions for me before I turn to this?
Oh, yeah. The self-massage for quads.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Okay,
Yeah.
so in shorts, you would hike your shorts up, put a little lotion, doesn't take much, just so your skin doesn't...
And then on here.
Yes, use the blade of your forearm, and just like with a foam roller, you check from all the way up here to knee on the very front, and then slightly to the side, and then slightly to the inside. So, and I like to hold here so I can control it. Slide all the way down, just all the way up and all the way down. I don't know if you have any lotion left on there.
A little bit, yeah.
And then try a little inside. Yep. And
Like that.
yes.
Okay.
And again, you're always in charge of how much it hurts.
Okay.
2-minute rule.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've explored it all, oh, there's 2 spots. Spread 2 minutes of as deep as you can handle across those areas every 3 days until they don't really hurt, and then you're done.
Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Someday.
Yeah.
Battle again.
All right, my friend, you are good to go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Great job. And thanks for letting me record this. I appreciate it. Yeah. When are you playing next?
I'll probably play 9 on Friday, but pretty casual.
Okay.
And then maybe Sunday.
Okay.
We'll see. Yeah.
Well, may the golf gods be with you.
Thanks.
See you, Jacob.
See ya.